Okay. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Do you feel overly stressed trying to work and teach the kids virtually? If so, I got you. I got what you need. Stay tuned on tips on how to survive virtual learning. Let's get into it. So, as many of us know, some of us are either virtual learning on the way out, or just now beginning, or have been virtual learning with the kids the whole school year. Lucky for me, we virtual learned like the beginning of the year for a couple of months. They went back about October-ish, and then they got out for Christmas break, and then they were on virtual learning for 2 weeks. First, let me start off by saying that if you choose to do total virtual learning, that is your business, and you have the right to make that decision. If you choose to send your children to school, that is also your business and your choice. And we are not here to shame anybody who sends their kids to school or anybody who sits home with their kids. Just saying. So, if you are watching this video and you feel like you don't like what we're saying, please feel free to exit stage left and stay out of the comments, because we don't do negativity here. Please know that whenever making a choice on where to send your children, it goes based off what works for your family. What works for me may not work for you. Me personally, the reason why I am sending my child back to school is because he does not learn well through this virtual learning. It's like he stares right through the screen. He does better being hands-on and actually with the teacher. I have noticed that, and so rather than having my child fail, I'm going to cover him in the blood and send him on to school. He really needs that interaction. He's the only child in the home right better with it in that atmosphere of the classroom. And honestly, I have no problem with teaching him. It is hard, but it's just not working for him. So again, make your decision on what you're going to do with your child based on what your child needs and what works for your family. Because I am thankful enough to be able to work from home and teach and help teach him. However, it is the struggle, and other people don't have that option. So again, do what you do. Don't go down in the comments about how you feel. This is not a debate video. This is to help. Moving on. So, the first thing is, when the way to survive virtual learning is you're going to want to create a learning space for your child. This is not the time to just slap him at the kitchen table. However, if that's all that you have, do so. But you may need to make sure that kitchen table is conducive to learning. Meaning, and I will link some pictures here, that you may need to get one of those cardboard trifold boards, which is what I have for Daniel's small, those little kid tables. He sits there, and we put that up because keep in mind that I am working from home. His dad may be getting ready for work or whatever, and so it just keeps him from seeing all the distractions going around. You have to, if your child gets easily distracted, you're going to want to make sure that there's no distractions, anything that can distract them. The dryer, all that. So that may be the time that if you used to, when you at home, you working, you washing clothes, you frying bacon, you might not need to do that, because if they get very distracted, any of those sounds is going to definitely keep them from learning. Now, if you have headphones, that will also work, so you can still do your daily things. Now, my child likes to be looking at what I'm doing. Mind you, he don't know what I got going on the screen. However, anything that could break his attention, it's not working, which is why we had to create a learning space. On that trifold board, we have a calendar, we have ABCs, we have numbers, and I also have helpful comments on the board as well, on the table, just to kind of pep him up. Have a great day, you can do it, you're awesome. All those type things to kind of help him get motivated for school. If you have more than one child, then you're definitely probably going to need that trifold board, because it'll help keep them feel like they're kind of sort of in a cubicle, so to speak, so that they're not actually listening to each other's background. And I would definitely recommend getting headphones, because some of these learning sessions do be loud. Next, you're going to want to make sure you communicate with your teacher, with your if you have a spouse, whoever's in the home with you, so that y'all can make some type of system that works. So I'm very hands-on, so I need to know, I'm looking at Daniel's work. I'm looking at, did he turn things in, whatever struggle that he's having, so that I can help and do it at home. And also so she knows that, what you got going on, so everybody can work as a team. If you're working from home and you're trying to get your work done, you have production or whatever to get done, it can be hard. So this is something that you're going to want to communicate with any other adult in your household that may not be working at that time because they work a later shift, so maybe they need to help you out. That way you don't feel the pressure of doing it all by yourself. If you got a meeting and you can't help with the work, then you might need, hey, tag you in. Can you do this until I get done that? Or whatever the case it would be. Maybe take turns doing the work just so that you're not burned out, because it is possible. Next tip. Be sure to create a positive atmosphere when learning. So a lot of times, if school first of all, my child is in first grade and it can be hard. So if I feel that he's getting frustrated, I do have stress balls where he can get up and squeeze that. When doing his work, there are times that I do turn on classical music, because I do work really well to classical music, or may having just that what is it called, deep thinking. I'll put some links down below of some things that I like to listen to even when I'm working, if I just can't focus music. That's it. You want to create a positive atmosphere to learn in. That goes hand in hand with a learning space, because if it's not positive while learning, they're not going to want to do it. They're home. They really want to be on the couch watching cartoons. And so even though you may be frustrated, you want to be sure that it's a positive atmosphere, because if you think about it, when they're in school, it's positivity. It's not negativity. You don't need last night's episode of Housewives of Atlanta playing while they're trying to learn later. Just saying. And do make sure that on the weekend, you make sure that is a recharge for the both of you. So we're not doing any work. We're not on any schedule. We're really doing things just going with the flow. We wake up when we wake up. We don't have a strict schedule to follow, although things happen, and you may have that 10 events where you have to be on the schedule. But Saturday and Sunday should really be really chill, so that you can recharge. You may also want to set boundaries as well. During the work week, I don't take my lunch at the same time he's on lunch, so I can feel like we're not doing the same thing all the time at the same time. When it's warmer outside, do try to get them outside on their break. Like I said, on the weekends, that's the time I ain't trying to do a whole lot of thinking. I'm trying to binge watch Netflix, let them binge watch their cartoons, just to do a reset. On Sundays, and you reel it back in about 6, 7, 8 o'clock, bringing it back in to prepare for the school week. And these are just a couple of tips that I have and that I've been using since we've been virtual learning, and it's been working. And be honest with yourself. Give yourself grace. It is hard to work a full-time job and help teach your child. It is hard. And so just these tips may be helpful. If it doesn't work, that's fine. Hey, comment down below if you have tips that work that I may not have mentioned. We're all a team here, and do what it takes to survive, because at the end of the day, we want our kids to thrive and learn, and we also want to make sure we're not burnt out and stressed and sick. So we have to work as a team. So I hope that you found these tips beneficial. Like I said, check them out. Comment down below if you have things that you've tried that I didn't mention. And until next time, I will see you in another video. Love you guys. Bye.